What's next with the Epstein files? From the day the bill was passed, which we know the bill was just passed, to release the Epstein files. The DOJ has, I believe, 30 days to release all the details. I believe the main argument for not releasing the files to the media and public, the main argument this whole time has been protecting the victims' identities, etc., which is understandable. So Trump responds and posts, perhaps the truth about these Democrats and their association with Jeffrey Epstein will soon be revealed, because we all know there is a lot of people that have been connected with Epstein, including Trump. So there's a lot of questions surrounding who all was involved with Epstein, what went down on that island. But here's the kicker. Can we all just agree that this whole case, involves some wealthy, very wealthy individuals? Some may argue the elite, politicians, celebrities, possibly government officials, i.e. politicians. That's a lot of people. That's people with power. So will the public ever really know all the details? Does it even matter at this point? And when I say that, I mean, can we personally, you and me, do anything to help the victims? We can't take this away. We can't go back in time and rewrite history, although some do. We can't do that. We can't change facts. You just can't. You can't pretend like it. You can pretend like it didn't happen. But if it happened, it happened. And it has a long-lasting effect. For the public and the media to know all the details and things, I don't really think it's relevant. And I'm saying that as a commentary channel. I'm a YouTube creator. I don't have to know the names of victims, the names of celebrities to know there is crookedness. There is a lot of darkness that goes on. Look, there's no argument at all. There was a major horrific crime involving trafficking children and control. And that's the key word I want to talk about here, is control. I want you to ask yourselves, who has control over what we see and hear in the media? Who has that control? People in the position of power. Government officials. That is who is in control over the media. In the United States, anyway, the government is in control over what we see and hear. So if there's government officials that are involved in horrific crimes, do you really think that we are ever going to hear the full truth? Do you think that, honestly? These popular influencers, content creators, podcasters, they all have control over what their audiences take as a topic of discussion. They all get in their followers' heads, their subscribers' brains, and they give them different perspectives. They give them different things to talk about, think about. And they make a lot of money doing it. Have you ever noticed how some creators seem to maintain that small minimum amount of views and followers, while these celebrities, popular influencers, make millions of dollars while gaining millions of followers? I mean, call this a conspiracy theory if you will. But I've always had this weird feeling these bigger influencers today are controlled by the government. They are employed by and used by, however you want to word it, by the people in the power position, whoever that may be. An influencer's job is to influence, right? I honestly believe people that work in the media are just used as game pieces and as chess pieces. And I honestly believe that they will say and do whatever they're told because they're fed millions of dollars. These people, these influencers, those are the new celebrities these days because they make millions of dollars. Did you know that? I honestly think that we are literally all being controlled. What we see, what we talk about, it's like making society robots. It's not even giving people the capability of having a creative thought on their own. Because those of us with creative thoughts, those of us who call ourselves truth speakers and truth seekers, there's a lot of us who never grow our following. I don't think that's a coincidence. I do think the truth is out there. We know that. I don't think that. I know that. The truth is out there. Will we ever know the full truth? I don't know. Now, some may argue when we talk about these influencers and your creators and who is pushed in your algorithm, because we were led to believe it's all algorithm. That's how you see all these same exact people on your social media nonstop. You don't never see new small creators. You think that's a coincidence? I done some digging on the whole algorithm situation. Here's what I found interesting. Are y'all ready to go down the rabbit hole with me? YouTube's content continues to grow at a rapid scale, with over 500 hours worth of content being uploaded each minute, covering a wide array of topics, including news and politics. According to a recent survey conducted by the Pew Research Center, 25% of adults in the United States regularly get their news from YouTube, making it the second most popular online news source. The study also found that 60% of adults who use YouTube claim that they use the platform to keep up with the current events regularly. Importantly, the means by which individuals consume content on YouTube differ, as users can either search for a particular video or watch videos recommended to them. According to YouTube's CPO, 70% of videos watched on YouTube come via its recommendation algorithm. As such, this algorithm has been a subject of much discussion in recent years. While it is designed to personalize recommendations based on a viewer's viewing history, it also has been criticized for contributing to filter bubbles and echo chambers. The existence of echo chambers online and the means by which one may enter or escape them have been a prevalent area of research over the last several decades. Defined as a situation or space in which pre-existing beliefs are repeated and reinforced, echo chambers, particularly in the context of social media, have been analyzed through the lenses of homophilia, selective exposure, and confirmation bias. In the context of politics, echo chambers have been studied across a multitude of platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and more recently, YouTube. Furthermore, studies have examined the impact of recommendation algorithm and their subsequent creation of echo chambers on reinforcing political opinions. Fewer studies have examined the interplay between YouTube's recommendation algorithm and political radicalization. Nonetheless, there have been several influential studies which aim to classify YouTube videos into distinct categories, as well as understand potential radicalization pathways influenced by the recommendation algorithm. Most relevant to our line of inquiry, Ledwood et al. Classified the videos of over 800 channels into different political categories, and through an analysis of video recommendations, found little evidence supporting the algorithm recommending radicalized content. Supporting these findings, they also found no evidence that engagement with far-right content is caused by YouTube recommendations. Through longitudinal study, which involved content consumption both on and external to YouTube, the results of these studies, while interesting, cannot be interpreted casually due to their observational nature. Now, despite the above research, the literature still lacks a controlled experiment that examines the rate at which the YouTube recommendation algorithm adapts to a user's political preference through the process of personalization. Furthermore, no study has examined the feasibility and speed by which one may escape a political persona on YouTube. To fill this gap, we start off by examining the distribution of videos recommended to a new YouTube user based in the United States with regard to their category as labeled by YouTube and their political orientation for news and political videos specifically. YouTube tends to recommend left-leaning videos by default, while also enabling a user to fall into a left-leaning political persona more quickly. Furthermore, we observe that it is more difficult to escape left-leaning political personas than their right-leaning counterparts. We also find that users are pulled toward the ideological center and away from the extremes. However, this pull is asymmetric, with users being pulled away from far-right content more aggressively than far left. Finally, we show this asymmetric pull is not motivated by a concentration of videos containing false news claims or misinformation on the right end of the political spectrum, but rather that such videos are uniformly distributed across all political classes. These findings reveal for the first time that YouTube's recommendation algorithm is left-leaning in the context of U.S. politics. I mean, are we surprised at this point? Over 500 hours are uploaded every minute on YouTube. Does that not make you wonder why you only see a handful of large creators every single time you log on? I mean, it happens to me and my YouTube channel. Whenever I log in and scroll through, I see the same handful. I never see new people. There's a reason behind that. They don't want you to see the new people because they don't control the new people. They don't control the small channels. They don't control the people out here that have a very low following, that have been doing this for years, that are pointing out obvious facts, that are showing receipts. You know why they don't promote that? Because I could speak for me. I haven't signed on any dotted line. I haven't sold my soul to the devil, and I won't. A lot of these creators and influencers do, though. And the reason they do, the reason they say what they say, the reason why they stick to that content and stick to the message that they're putting out is because they're controlled. They're controlled by money. The money thing is big. Look at the economy we live in today. I bet you're like me. I bet a lot of you are living paycheck to paycheck. It's hard, ain't it? My husband works 7 days a week, 2 jobs. 7 days a week. Just so we could get by. Paycheck to paycheck. And we have payment arrangements out the rear. While you've got YouTubers out here making millions a year. You've always heard money is the root of all evil, right? Money. I think it's all money. People in power, control. So do I think the public, the world, media, me and you, do I think anybody will ever hear the truth and all the details of the Epstein files and what went on that island? No, I don't. No, I don't. And I don't want you to think that you're going to ever really hear the truth, because I just don't believe it. You know? I want to remind you who all is affiliated with this case and this situation. They're all people in power. Every one of them. Every one of them. The people in power is who controls the media. Who controls what you see and hear. I do hope nothing but the best for all the victims. All the victims that were really affected personally by this horrible person, Jeffrey Epstein. I hope they get the professional help they need. Like I said earlier, nothing can take this back. Nothing. Releasing all the files and details, that's not going to make them feel better, I promise you. As someone who deals with PTSD, you could sit here and claim, oh, the revenge, the justice of it all. That's not going to take away the fact that this happened, and it's not going to take away the trauma that these people are going to have to live with. Reliving this, rehashing it, does nothing productive, in my opinion. For the victims, anyway. So I don't know. It's kind of a tricky situation. Like, you know, my thoughts and opinions on the whole thing. At this point, it's been drug out for so long. It's like all you hear about. It's all I've seen on social media for looking at my watch the past few years. Release the Epstein files. It's all a distraction from the Epstein files. The Epstein files. The Epstein files. It's like all we're talking about. I'm over here thinking, well, what is this really distracting from? I'm curious. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video. I really would appreciate it. And also subscribe if you're new here. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.